Catch you guys next week in April. Peace.
Did you guys hear that the Super Mario Galaxy movie is bad?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's preying on your nostalgia. It's not good.
The first one was good.
Yeah.
Are you excited for Backyard Baseball?
Of course.
BYB.
Is it out yet?
We weren't recording.
April
My
Fools.
stomach
Got
actually
'em.
dropped because I was like, I have a flight. Don't do this to me.
Yo, what is up, people of the internet? Welcome back to another episode of the Waveform podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Marques.
I'm Andrew.
I'm David.
And it's April. Finally.
Fools.
We finally got to
I
April.
never have to hear Tarch again.
That's maybe not true.
I hope it is.
We'll see in about 12 months. But as of the day of recording, it's actually April Fool's Day. So happy April Fool's Day to those who celebrate. We actually dropped videos today that I thought were really fun. You can go back and watch them, and they still have actually some value outside of April Fool's Day. I'll put it that way. But in today's episode, we have a eulogy for a deceased product. We have Google allowing you to change your username on Gmail, which is interesting. Some smart glasses from another new company. A Pixel 11 leak. Which is
That's a weird way to say Pixel 8. I mean,
really,
7.
really brand new stuff. And we're also going to name our top 5 apps of all time. I have my Mount Rushmore and then some honorable mentions. I got to pick one from my honorable mentions to graduate to a top 5. I will do that mentally at some point during this podcast.
Yeah, right now I only have 4. I'm just going to let the 5th one come to me.
That's a good idea. I like that.
What
Organic.
if we overlap? I feel like we're going to overlap.
That's fine. We don't have to agree on our top 5, but we all have to. We're bringing it to the table.
All right.
Probably for the comments to debate how wrong we are or who has the hottest takes
Always.
or the coldest takes. Anyway, does anybody have a did they even test this for this
Oh,
week?
boy, do I.
You do.
So, recently, I have been trying to get into my PayPal account because I haven't used it in so long that the last time I used it, I had a different phone number. So I go to log in.
It's over.
Yeah,
over for you.
it's a wrap.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we just sent you a code, a 6-digit code. And I'm like, to what? Like, I don't have that number anymore. So fast forward 3 days and multiple customer service reps later, they were finally able to get me to reset my password with my email but it makes no sense because the whole time I call, they have you like first with the little AI robot thing, verify who you are, not only with the phone number, but with your last 4 of the social.
Yeesh.
So I should be able to just change my phone number right from
They know
there
who you
with the
are.
AI. Like, just let
Yeah.
me do it. They know it's me, but they refuse to do it to the point that they had to do like a crazy reset on their side so that I couldn't log in for 24 hours or attempt to log in, or they would think it was a security thing. And then after 24 hours, I had to call back, get someone else on the phone, and then they could be like, oh yeah, now we can do like a hard reset on your password. I say all this to say, phone number 2-factor is stupid. There are apps for this. We've solved this problem. Stop being lazy. PayPal's one of the biggest companies, and they're still using phone number 2-factor. And it was just so frustrating, so annoying.
Adam famously made a video on Android Authority
Don't trigger me, David.
a long time ago called that we should get rid of phone numbers. And people are very angry.
People made great points
Maybe you
as to why
shouldn't-
we should.
You should not have gotten rid of your phone number and none of this would have ever happened.
That's fair.
Well, if you just use passkeys, this would not be a problem.
Use
my
Authenticator app, PSA. Then you'll never have to test that process in your life.
One of them. Alrighty.
Okay, so this week we made 2 different shorts so far, and I say so far because it might keep going, but the idea was kind of fun. It was to take the same photo on every single iPhone generation that's ever been made, 1 through 17.
Just shout out Jono real quick. This was his idea. He was basically like, we've done these every Apple phone, every Google phone. The shorts version of this is take a photo with everyone and just let's see how it goes. That's really cool, like in ascending order.
Yeah, because they talk, these companies talk about the smartphone's camera so much that you'd assume there'd be like a huge difference year to year of a lot of these things. You take all these, and by the way, it's like kind of a hilarious process of taking 17 straight photos with all these different phones. We have to fire them all up, get them all set up, make sure they're all in their default settings, sit still for 15 minutes while we get every single one perfectly lined up, take all 17 photos. But then like throwing them all on the timeline and seeing them back to back. In broad daylight, you might have watched that first short, not a lot of difference, especially year to year with a lot of these iPhones. Didn't shock me because in broad daylight, that's like the perfect best case scenario. I think it starts to break down around like the iPhone 4S. But when you watch the low light one, that is much more that exposed a lot more of the differences between these sensor sizes. You know, we have the years that they switch from 4 megapixels to 8 megapixels to 12, and there's 12 for a while, and they bump it up again. You can see those differences. You can also see the first iPhone that gets night mode, which is the 11. So there's way more interesting information in that second one of low light. I think we'll do more because it's fun to. I'm not even narrating them. I might later make a long form like what we learned video about all this stuff, but maybe we'll do like all the Google phones because we know there's like a moment where the Pixel gets really good camera. Maybe we'll do a Samsung phones one because we've reviewed every Samsung phone. We can keep going with this stuff, and maybe if you have good comments, let us know what you want to see. I think a good close-up photo would be interesting because close-up photos got good in the last 10 years, but they were always really bad before. So that could be fun too.
I'll say two things about it. One is while the actual end photo, a lot of them might look different, the like UI and interface and taking the photos I took all the photos in the first one. Mm-hmm. It gets real slow, real fast. Like taking the pictures are just such a nicer experience in the newer ones. And I think the way after posting this, I realized this short went really viral is how many people just straight up stole all of the content in it and posted it all over social media.
Yeah. I posted the video because people like to take like a frame or two out of it and then post them as their own post, basically.
It's really annoying that we do this thing of like, this goes from 17 and you get to watch all the way down to 1. And then someone goes, I'm just going to clip out the 2 final things and post it with no credit on Twitter and get 5 million views. It's infuriating.
That does happen.
It happened all over. I mean, Instagram, everything. Even posting at MKBHD feels really crap because like maybe it goes to you, but I don't know.
At least tag me.
Monetizing all of these different social media platforms to just allow stolen content like that has destroyed social media.
Yeah, monetization over engagement is probably the worst thing that's happened to social media.
For sure.
Yeah. I think you should still be able to get your precious engagement and tag the source. You could still do that. Some of them aren't
straight up aren't even doing that.
Please do that.
But that's also like just comparing the final 2, so you don't even go watch why would you watch the content? That's a spoiler. That's like taking every one of our reviews and just posting the last frame with the final sentence across it and spamming it all over Twitter, which now I might have given someone that idea.
At Grok, can you summarize this video for me, please?
People love taking the title and thumbnail of a review and then just commenting about it as if that's the review because it's the packaging of the video, but there's way more nuance to the video.
Right.
Anyway, that happens a lot. I was going to say something else about this. Since this was every iPhone, we had to get all of the photos from the iPhones to my computer to edit it.
The first one.
You know, the latest iPhones are easy. You just open up AirDrop and AirDrop it to the Mac. I was surprised at how far. David, how old of an iPhone do you think I was able to AirDrop the photo to myself?
4S.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That is the oldest iPhone that I was able to AirDrop to myself. After that, we had to...
Fun fact on this.
Yeah.
So I did the final 4 or 5 of them. I was like looking online, how do I get these out? Because it used to be iTunes, right? We had it was basically everything with a 30-pin connector.
Yeah.
I had to do. And I'm searching on Reddit and people are like, oh, use, what's it called? Image capture on
Mac.
On Mac. It could see all of the files, but it wouldn't open them or import them. And then I'm just like, you know what? Windows file management is so much better than Apple. All I had to do was plug it in, and I could just go into it like a hard drive and pull the.
Use it as a drive.
So it was just easier to pull it out on a Windows computer than it was on the company that makes it. So top to bottom integration, my butt. If you have an older thing, Windows
they figured it out somewhere around the 4S or the 5. Yeah,
I think Apple has always been forward. Like they've been not wanting people to have to even think about folder structures, and that's why like the iPad didn't even get folders until like way too late. Mm-hmm. So everyone wants them, obviously, but the whole "what's a computer" campaign, like the kids don't care about.
It's genuinely crazy how many young people don't know like the file structure of computers.
Yeah,
I learned that recently. That seems like a pretty fundamental thing. Obviously, our parents grew up with other our parents grew up with other fundamentals that we think is ridiculous. Yeah. It turns out young people are growing up not caring about file structures.
Yeah, I saw a meme that was like, if you're Gen Z, the tech literacy bar is whether or not you installed Minecraft mods when you were a kid. And if you didn't do that, then you probably don't understand computer
file structure.
There's a like weird video game thing like that is the source of every major software engineer right now. You either botted RuneScape, you played Gary's mod, you installed Minecraft mods. Like there are different. Roblox is going to be the new one.
Yeah. I mean, my gateway was definitely Android and flashing ROMs. That was my gateway to like learning technology.
We're in the middle of doing that for the Google phone. We're setting up right now, and it's a pain in the neck.
Yeah. I do have a super niche version of that, which I've brought it up, I think, once on this podcast before. I played a truck simulator game on PC called 18 Wheels of Steel. And you could download your own mods from these forums and then drop it into the right folder structure, and you could have your own custom trucks. And you could change the attributes of the truck, get the text file, change the engine power, drop that in there.
What are any of them Thomas the Tank Engine?
I was going to say, this is like Skyrim.
There's an amazing. Have you seen the Skyrim with the dragon flying down, but it's just Thomas the Tank Engine? It's like breathing fire on people. Yeah,
that is funny though.
Yeah, but file structure, no one knows. Listen, if you want your computer to go faster, find System32, delete that shit, and you're going to fly.
Yeah. It is funny, actually. You know how the boomers will be like, do you kids even know what a floppy disk is? I feel like the newer version of that is, do kids know what a file folder is? Have they ever seen a physical file folder?
Well, no one's ever seen a physical file folder.
Like the manila
like manila
colored.
A manila folder. You are talking physical folder.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah. No, probably not.
I mean, at my first ever job, I had to like
a filing cabinet.
Like a filing cabinet. Kids probably have never seen filing cabinets.
Really good.
I had a moment like that recently because I was thinking about how, like, in our parents' generation, like inbox and outboxes were a thing. Like you would literally have two boxes on your desk for there was an inbox and an outbox. And it occurred to me that those sit on your desktop. And I was like, that's what it's literally
file structure.
The folders sit on the desktop.
Damn.
Just like, and that's when I realized that every desk I've ever owned my whole life had a computer on it. So
and on your desktop, it's like your desktop is your home, as that, and everything sits on top of your desktop.
And then also, like, it makes sense how, like, the original conception of the desktop was things would only live there temporarily before you'd move it into your documents folder.
Yeah, until they realize we're all hoarders and desktops are disgusting.
All the older people watching this right now are like, God damn these kids. And we're like in our 30s, bro.
I know.
It's like not good.
But it's interesting, the thing you brought up earlier, proof that I'm actually Gen Z is I learned my first scripts and like how to use terminal and stuff from Minecraft mods.
Perfect.
Nice. Very good.
Incredible.
Cool.
Well, speaking of computers, old computers, Apple did finally officially wait until right after we recorded the podcast last week to kill the Mac Pro.
It was like the day after.
I've never been more sure that they waited till Thursday afternoon to do this.
Who else would care this much?
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah.
Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon. The afternoon part is how I know, because then we couldn't even do a breaking.
Yeah. So they kept it on the site for a while. It was always available, but it hasn't gotten updates since the M2 generation, M2 Ultra Mac Pro. I've had it on my desk. I talked about it in the desk tour that I did, which is like this product is effectively end of life, but not officially dead yet. Last week, they officially removed it from the Apple Store, removed it from their website, and now they've confirmed, I think from a statement somewhere, I don't remember.
9 to 5 Mac,
9 to 5
reached out.
Yeah, they said they're not going to update it anymore. So
yeah, it felt like they only made that product because people had been begging for it for so long, and it just was very useless.
No, Andrew's giving me this look like the Mac Pro.
Do you remember us cheering? Like, everyone looked at you in the audience.
I remember that. I remember being it was probably Dub, and they said new Mac Pro, and I felt everyone turn around and go, yeah. Yeah, the Mac Pro, the idea of the Mac Pro is it's basically just a bigger enclosure with more cooling and PCI expansion.
Yeah.
And all Apple missed on was really facilitating this ecosystem of PCI expansion accessories. There's a couple. I had an OWC SSD. I have that still on my Mac Pro.
Yeah.
There's some networking cards. There's still some GPUs that are potentially useful for very specific applications like decoding video. But it really never materialized as like a really vibrant ecosystem because Thunderbolt's good. And you can just plug in basically anything you need via Thunderbolt in a Mac Studio and get effectively the same thing. PCI is still faster, but Thunderbolt's really, really fast now. So the market for people who can't get it done with Thunderbolt, but can with the Mac Pro was about 3 people. I'm not even one of those people. I could just be using Thunderbolt. But yeah, the Mac Pro, I'm sure nobody bought that thing for a couple of years, and it finally was officially deceased.
And it was funny because they made the version that had the feet, and then they made the version that was supposed to go in like server centers.
The rack,
The rack version. And it was like, did anybody buy that for server centers? I just don't think.
I know one person who had a rack-mounted Mac Pro.
Did they just buy it for personal use though, and they just happened to buy the rack-mounted version?
They did buy it for personal use. They bought it as a touring computer for lighting and video stuff for like pro, arena shows.
Okay.
And it was just way more convenient to have it rack-mounted because then you could put it directly in a flight case and get to a venue.
Do you know what's more convenient? A Mac Studio now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you know if this person used PCI cards?
Yeah.
They did.
Because when you're doing like really complex video output stuff, you need like what's called like a deck link from Blackmagic is like an example of like a really intense video IO that you guys know. I don't need to
We
explain.
know what you're talking about.
It was a confusing product the second it switched to Apple Silicon, because then now it was like all this unified memory, no more expandable RAM, and GPU support was effectively nothing. But they still have PCI slots, so you could still do some very specialized stuff, and it was like,
I mean, don't you have like 18 terabytes of SSD storage?
I have a 64 terabyte PCIe SSD, and I speed test it to this day. Like I have a equivalent Thunderbolt 5 version of the same thing, and it gets 3 times the speed from the PCI SSD. But 3 times and also very fast speed is still like, it was 9,000 versus 3,500. So it was like, I should have been using a Mac Studio all these years ago, but I was stubborn. I didn't buy a new one. I think when they
Make the Ultra.
hopefully soon make the M5 Ultra, seems like what they're going to do.
I've heard. Yeah, it's coming soon.
That I think is what I will finally upgrade to.
Yeah.
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 And then I'll just have a Thunderbolt drive.
Just Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
You almost, why can't I think of the word? Manifested this, because like within the month before, you just kept going like, I don't think I need this anymore. I think I could just use the studio with this and the new studio monitors and blah, blah, blah. And then Apple was like, finally, he said it. Get rid of it.
I did the Studio Display review. I said Studio is the new Pro, because that couldn't have been any more clear. They literally came out with the new Studio Display XDR and discontinued the Pro display in the same announcement. And it was like, oh, no more Pro because Studio is good enough, and here's the new thing. And then the Mac Pro sitting over there kind of shaking like, yeah, that's true. So we know Mac Studio is already more than enough for all of the pros who are using Macs for all these things. There's a couple who are still using Pro displays. There's a couple who are still using Mac Pros. They'll still use those things, but it's like Studio is where it's at.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Kudos to the 9to5 Mac people who made their banner image a Mac Pro upside down with its little feet up and just looks like a piece of roadkill. Which is so funny.
Rip.
I also have a quick question for all of you.
Sure.
For funsies, I put Marquez's maxed out M2 Ultra Mac Pro in the trade-in program for Apple.
Oh,
what
boy.
do you think you would get back?
How much did you buy it for?
It was over 10 racks.
Are we doing closest without going
Which
over?
is
I'll
not
just do
bad
Delta.
considering the
It started
Intel
at
ones.
7,000. Yeah, the Intel ones were
We're like
absurd.
50,000?
Yeah. It was maxed out. It had 8 terabytes of storage and it had 192 gigs of
RAM.
unified memory. I think I spent 13 on it or something. I don't think Apple's going to give me very much. I think they would give me less than 5, probably 3,000.
Probably less.
I guess.
Because remember wasn't the $50,000 one I tried the trade in and it was like $1,000?
I thought those were 500 to I'll recycle it for you.
I think it was $1,000.
Was that because Apple Silicon had come out and so the Intel ones were like
Useless.
just melted down for metal?
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
For scraps.
I think they're going to give you
A G.
$280.
That would be
That'd be
insulting.
insane. That's less than an iPhone.
That would be-
I
that's how
guess-
much it takes to ship it.
I think they will recycle it for you.
I'm going to say a G.
I think Marquez is the closest. It is 2,665. That's not that bad. I almost wonder if the trade-in program got the memo that these got discontinued yet. But
Yeah.
I think that price will go down very fast now.
How much is an M2 Ultra Max Studio?
But that means in 3 years, right? 2023 is when you bought this.
Something like something like that.
It's a fifth of the value.
Yeah. You can get
That
a
honestly isn't that.
fully
It's
loaded
not that crazy.
M4 Max Studio for that price.
It's still a crazy computer.
Yes,
It's a really
How dare
good
you.
computer.
It sucks.
How much do they cost on eBay?
The thing is just how good Apple Silicon keeps getting. Remember, I benchmarked them M5 Max MacBook Pro 16-inch, and it's the fastest single-threaded Mac CPU core ever. And it's like most of the stuff you do, that's the thing, like most of the stuff I do on a Mac most of the time is not editing. It's like all the regular stuff. It's writing. It's the, whether it's thumbnails or like all the everyday web browsing stuff, emails that I do. And then 5% of the time, it's really, really heavy video editing. So all the sacrifices that I made in daily usability to go into video editing, it's like those probably should just be two different computers.
Yeah.
And so now, it's just the new stuff is good at both.
These vary a lot. For your spec, they've sold on eBay for as little as $2,500 and as high as $7,800. So,
It's funny to complain about how little Apple would give me for it, but how much would I pay for that computer now?
You wouldn't.
I would never buy it now.
Why? Yeah.
Because you could get a way better computer.
I guess the RAM is in the
Because I don't need the PCI expansion.
Mac Studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
See ya.
See you later.
I'm sure there's
Smell you
someone
later.
somewhere that has like a couple of these doing some very niche business stuff that would just go buy this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think secretly hoping for like a really sick video card that would like decode red
Afterburner
code. Like an
too.
afterburner card, yeah. And that just never happened.
Yeah.
Also, like as much as I love these big 16-inch MacBook Pros, they're not like thermally perfect.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you do benefit from having the big what do you
big
call
chamber.
it? Case. Yeah.
Mac Studio.
Or I was gonna say the Mac Pro. Like even though you're not gonna get a chipset that's like, you probably would still get better speeds on a thermally throttled 16-inch M5 Max, but I don't know. There's something nice about knowing you're cool.
I would say the best case scenario for Apple Silicon today was if they put the highest end chip in the Mac Pro and just let us cool the crap out of it and do whatever we want.
Yeah.
But that's another story. RIP Mac Pro.
So if you're still here watching this with us, then you probably like tech. So you should subscribe if you're hanging around here on whatever podcast platform of choice. Anyway, this has been a crazy week for kind of like software development. There was like an Axios NPM hack earlier this week. Then Axiom, and thank you. We were just reading Axios. We were just reading Axios. That's there was an NPM thing. Whatever. We're not the place for that. What we are the place for is to laugh at the fact that Anthropic accidentally leaked their own Claude Code to the internet, and it is now freely floating around Twitter. But fair warning, be careful if you go looking for this code, because if you get caught with it on your computer or if you're sharing it or whatever, there's like legal terms of service things where you could be sued by Anthropic, which we just found pretty ironic.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
You stole our stuff and we stole all the other stuff.
Yeah. Wait. We steal, not you guys. Hey.
It's like, no, it's not theft if all you do is train a model on it. But also, don't train your models on our code. It's theft.
Yeah.
By the way, love Claude. Pay for it. Happy with my $20 a month leaving my bank account. But still, joke's on you, buddy. This is dumb.
Yeah, I will never feel bad for an AI company getting anything stolen from them.
Yeah.
Sorry, they have all stolen everything, and they're just like, people do that. It's
They had it coming.
Yeah, all this stuff is like ongoing. So by the time you're listening to this, there's probably been way more developments, but just be aware.
Yeah.
But there's some interesting stuff aside from, getting to laugh and do the little jester dance. Like there's some interesting stuff in the leak. For example, they were planning this like thing called Buddy, which was seemed like a Tamagotchi style interface for Claude. And there were these goofy, do you know what a distillation attack is?
Yeah.
Nope.
So a distillation attack, you take like a pipsqueak AI and then you take a big Chad AI, and then you take the pipsqueak AI just prompts the Chad AI over and over and over again. Like
learns from it.
Yeah, and like pays attention to like how it's doing its reasoning, and then it trains itself on the kind of reasoning that the Chad AI is doing. And it's a way you could make something weak, like a 13 million parameter Quen, learn from something like Claude Opus 4.6.
Yeah.
And there were these goofy anti-distillation measures in there that would like create fake API calls that like so that it would like poison the training data for like these distillation attacks.
Nice.
There's a lot.
I'm Anthropic. I'm sorry this happened, but also,
Well, Moving on to the biggest news of the week, possibly the year, possibly the entire decade. Did you guys create your email accounts in like 2003?
Yes.
Long time ago.
Your Gmail?
Well, that's the problem. It wasn't Gmail. All my cringe emails are on
AOL.com.
AOL, Yahoo, Hotmail.
But you're not still using them, right?
No.
Yeah, okay. Well, Google has just announced that they are allowing you to change your email address. Yes, this is a big deal because I have 5 email addresses.
Oh boy.
Yes, big deal. So now you're able to change your account username once every 12 months on your Google account. Your previous address will still be saved as an alternate email address and can still be used to sign into your account if you want. And you can switch back to your alternate at any time. So if you have like memelord72 at gmail.com, you can now become.
Now you can be memelord67.
That's right.
See, I thought this along those lines, where I have a professional email account because I had the foresight when I was a young high school student to just like use my name. Wow. I want to change it now. Yeah, no, I'm a nerd. I want to change it to memelord67 now. Like, what is the point?
Yeah, that's true.
So does this work where like you kind of have like a trail now of usernames and all of them still work? Like you've had your old username, then you change it to the new username, but you still get emails if people email the old username.
Yeah.
And then a year later, you change it again. You still get both old.
I don't know how that would work.
Okay.
Google will kill this program before 1 year goes by, so it doesn't
I'm
matter.
not sure how that would work.
It
But
just uses email alias, so I would assume it would work.
It's like mail forwarding, pretty much.
I'm going to start
pretty
my land grab of all the best email addresses. Just keep going.
But you could do that already by just creating new Google accounts.
Yeah, but then I have to log into each one of them.
Yeah, true.
So excited for this.
My 2 questions are, 1, aren't most of the reasons we have bad email addresses because the one we wanted was taken already? Yeah. So like by the time I try and change it to just andrewmanganelli@gmail.com, that's probably been taken for 10 years. I haven't. I'll try. But like,
I saw a lot of people online getting the ones that they thought were taken before, but are no longer taken.
To be fair, they've probably at this point purged a lot of inactive accounts.
Yeah.
I know Yahoo did that a while ago. Like they just purged a ton of accounts that weren't used for X amount of time. So maybe.
Yeah.
My dream is to just get @Adam everywhere. Because yes, it is my actual name, but it is also such a common name that it is like completely anonymous.
Bro, that ain't even gonna happen in your dreams.
Every time the new social media app comes up and I rush in early beta to get @Adam, there's already someone, I guess internally at the company named Adam.
Adam was literally the first guy.
It's the first letter of the alphabet. You're still, that's true. Yeah, sorry, bro.
Did you get it on T2?
I did not get it on T2. It was like Adam 348 or something. Like
You couldn't get Adam, but Ellis got Dad. That's hilarious.
Dad is just God. So I guess he was first. He was before Adam.
My other question on this is,
Dad.
there's so many websites that use email as the username for login. So I'm assuming the old ones still will
They
just
still work. Yeah.
Okay. This is going to break something along that
For sure.
pipeline somewhere.
Almost definitely.
And it's going to cause major frustration.
I was thinking because my original email address that I ever made, which is so cringe, it is my login for everything because
I was going to just bully you into saying it, but maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah, no, don't.
I will not say it.
Andrew, your last name has 2 L's, right?
Yes.
Okay. You have like 30 seconds to get andrewmanganelli@gmail.com.
Wait, it is available right now?
Yeah, I'm claiming it.
Is that real? How can I do this?
I'll show you how to do it. So go to your Gmail.
Wait, not live on the pod, please.
Okay, I'll do it.
Andrew, I'm kidding.
Actually, I think you have to do it on your phone.
I mean, I do literally have it up.
It actually says it's available?
Yeah, I know, but I'm not actually gonna claim it.
I think
but
you have to do it on your
claim it
phone.
before this
yeah.
episode.
Before that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it later.
Yeah. My full name was taken by a famous marine
Wait,
biologist.
you use it for logging into everything?
I don't remember what I was going to say. I totally lost my train of thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of losing the train of thought, nothing is going to make glasses? What? This is a rumor.
Famous nothing leaker Mark Gurman wrote an article about nothing potentially working on smart glasses for 2027.
More like losing the train of plot. Am I right?
Yeah, everybody is working on glasses, allegedly.
Hey, I'll go real quick into this. There's not a ton of information. They apparently will have built-in cameras, microphones, and speakers. No display. AI features would be offloaded to your smartphone in the cloud. Essentially, Meta Ray-Bans.
Yep.
Yeah, but not Meta, so there's that.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie.
They don't need glasses. Okay, I mean they don't need cameras because I prompt an AI once every 2 days minimum. Okay, I'm a heavy AI user. Never once have I given it a prompt that required a photograph. Sure, sometimes I take screenshots and include that in my prompt.
You've never uploaded a photo?
Never. I've uploaded
lots of
screenshots. I've uploaded screenshots of my computer screen, but never once have I ever needed an AI that the input needed a photo. And I'm sorry, the only reason these stupid glasses have cameras is because they know they're going to sell all the data they illegally scrape from
While
their life.
that is true, I think it might only be you that has never uploaded a photo to one of these.
Also,
things.
guys, you can just take pictures and videos without AI needing to send it to AI. I want
You can
these
take-
because
you
there's
can
so
take
many
pictures of
times.
your glasses. You can do it with your phone.
Not if I'm holding Lane with two hands.
Yeah, so there's a lot of.
Get
I will.
over yourself.
I will just. I will remind you that the number one use case of the Meta Ray-Bans for most people is first-person hands-free video.
Yeah.
It's 1,000% what most people buy those glasses for.
Yeah, they probably don't use the AI most of the time.
There is like always going to be the argument of I can do this with my phone because most stuff that these tiny computers can do, you have a computer in your pocket that can do all of that already. But there's this race for like putting the thing on your face because kind of like AI, a lot of them believe that this is the next frontier of computing or whatever. And if the smartphone's going to die and it's going to be glasses next, well, I better get in now. So they're all trying it. They're all getting in something on the ground floor to have a first gen glasses product in the next year. What will Nothing's advantage be? Seems like they're going to, I mean, they do design, so they're going to probably have some fun with design.
Do you think Google will announce the Gemini glasses at I/O this year, like officially?
I think that would feel about right because we've heard about this like being worked on for a while and we've seen it.
They had
and
demos at I/O last year.
I think they're very useful. I think the feature that I got the most of a kick out of was like coming out of the subway or coming off of like getting out of a taxi and having maps navigation, like look through the camera and figure out where you're oriented and put an arrow where you're supposed to be going right away. That's super useful. And I feel like the Google ones.
like Google Glass did this in 2012.
Well, Google Glass would not orient it on the display in front of me. It would show me like what street I should be looking for, and then I'd look for the street sign. Not that that's that difficult, but it's just the magic of I pop out and it's like, go this way.
yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So like they're going to all try to come up with their own killer features and their own reasons for why you should buy their version. Am I shocked that Nothing's making this? No. They also are the same ones that were like, we don't have to have a flagship phone every year just because everyone's doing it. But they got to make glasses, though.
Yeah. Carl
So
Pei
they'll
is
do it.
also a big AI guy, so.
Yeah, but I genuinely believe that if they release these glasses without any internet connection and just the ability to record with glasses, they will sell just as many.
That's true.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I am essentially excited for these because one, I think Nothing does make cool looking products. I think these might look pretty cool.
They're like dorky.
I think these are going to be cheaper because it's Nothing, which is like, then I wouldn't feel bad paying that money because I would just be wearing them as sunglasses. I don't feel like wearing fake lenses and fake glasses like indoors for everything. So I would just buy these as sunglasses. And honestly, the AI is probably going to suck because it's Nothing. So I don't care. I just want to take some videos with Lane sometimes, like
we're
first person videos where I can use both my hands.
Yeah.
And like this will probably be cheaper. And also, I'll still give Nothing a ton of credit for this. Both their new phones has a red recording light on it. So hopefully these glasses will have an actual real recording light so people can tell when you're recording on
Funny if
glasses.
they didn't.
It would be so funny, and it wouldn't also not surprise me
Yeah,
one
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
But
We're like, I think appropriately assigning a lot of the attributes of Nothing's current phones to what we think these glasses will have.
Yeah.
And like the headphones too. Like, did you like the headphone design? I'm trying to remember.
so I like the earbud design.
The earbud
I
design.
like the headphone design.
So like
It's fine.
most people with glasses on your face, I'm guessing here, but they kind of want them to sort of fade away and just like look like glasses and not draw too much attention.
No, I want glyphs on mine.
I was like, because there's other people who would like, you could get the transparent glasses, you can have the computer showing and the lights and all this.
Those
other
are the
crazy
best
stuff.
Meta Ray-Bans. The clear ones
No,
were the
they
best
were
looking
not,
Meta
Andrew.
Ray-Bans.
They were the most
totally-
hype.
I think they were the coolest ones.
Look, what I was just about to say is all of you people that bought those limited edition clear ones, I know you think they look cool. They really
Oh, they're
don't.
sick.
They look,
They're
Oh
so
my God.
it
they
depends
look
on where
so
you are.
dorky.
It's very specific to where you are. If you are walking around a place where lots of other people have Meta Ray-Bans, then it's cool to have the one that looks a little different.
Sure, on Meta's campus.
On Meta's campus mostly is where I was like experiencing this. But if you're just kind of like out around in a normal place,
You look like a
having the
dork.
computer on your glasses computer on your face look is not as
man.
appreciated sometimes. It was like the same thing with Google Glass. Like Google Glass, when I was testing them as a student in Hoboken, New Jersey. I remember walking around like Hoboken wearing Google Glass, feeling unbelievably self-conscious because like I feel everyone looking at me. I'm wearing a computer on my face, but like you guys don't know. Like I got the directions up here. Like I got the notifications up here.
It's like the meme of the guy in the corner of the party.
No one knows. They don't know I have a computer on my face.
Yeah, it was such an isolating, like weirdly antisocial thing.
That's what I'm looking for.
But now this is going to be the thing where like if glasses blow up and everyone has glasses, then the design actually becomes a part of like why you might pick one over the other.
If I'm just always, well, no, I'll look like a creep if it's just always recording. But if you're recording, no one's going to want to come up and talk to me.
The design is very important. That's why Google is partnering with like Gentle Monster. You know, like Meta did Ray-Ban. It's going to be it's going to be the car phone collab of the glasses world.
Yeah, and you're putting a computer on their face, like you need it. I think everyone has to partner with some existing like we make glasses people want to buy company because I just like Google learned from this from Glass already. They had a compelling product that was not only 15 years too early, but nobody wants to wear an obvious computer on your face.
Yeah.
So if you just have it in glasses and it just looks like regular glasses, you're already at the peak of what people want.
Yeah.
So we'll see some of that.
Dibs on review unit.
Maybe I should go to. Should I go
If
to
they're clear, I don't
I think IO's June?
It's June.
It's
no,
May.
sorry, it's May 17th.
I'm expecting Android, Gemini, and AI in glasses. It's mostly just AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they showed off the glasses early last year at I/O, so I feel like they got to be ready to launch them, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, sometimes they just show stuff off.
I mean, Meta's like eating everybody's lunch right now. They're like 3 years ahead of everybody else.
It was funny. Meta showed off the stuff they were working on, and then suddenly you could buy it, which was crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see.
All right.
Speaking of Google, quick thing. We did see some Pixel 11 leak renders start to pop out, and shocker, a lot of similarities to the Pixel 10. Like a lot.
No way.
Matter of fact, I
Almost
saw
all
it.
of them.
I saw it on my timeline, and I thought, "Oh, another Pixel 10."
That's what it looks like. It's the same color.
I honestly just saw thinner bezels and more RAM. That's all I saw as like expected new things.
What I saw, so it's from OnLeaks, the CAD drawings that are then rendered. It does seem like maybe thinner bezels. It also will be 0.1 millimeter thinner than the Pixel 10, but don't get too excited because the Pixel 9 was already 0.1 millimeter. This is the same dimension as the Pixel 9. Just Pixel 10 had to maybe be a little thicker because of the battery or the magnets.
0.1 millimeters.
Some of the stuff, and this is really early and not confirmed, but I'm still seeing people say this is going to be 128 gigabyte base storage. And Google, I promise you, if it comes out 128 gig base storage, same price, I will do everything in my power to convince Marques to give this bust of the year because it deserves it. I tried real hard last time, but 16E came out.
Yeah.
I will lose my shit.
I think
If this is the same.
because I'm again assigning what would happen in the past to the future. I think if Tensor G6 is again underwhelming and not much of a big improvement from G5, and it's the same price, and it's the same cameras, and it's the same design, same dimensions, same features, and same battery, and same 128 gigs of storage, I think that takes the front for bust of the year so far. Like, what worst deal has come out so far?
Something
this year?
worse will happen, I guarantee.
I'm pretty sure
We have
something
a
worse.
lot
It's
of
only
time.
April. It's like we got
We
plenty
have
of time.
a lot of time.
But that would be incredibly disappointing, I would say.
I will say, and this is just on the renders, so nobody really knows, but people are saying that it doesn't seem like there's a thermometer sensor on it anymore.
Oh, no.
So, if you were cooking your meat with your Pixel, then RIP to you. Guess you can't do that anymore.
I'm surprised it's not already gone. It's crazy.
I don't want to go. I don't know if it's actually going to be 128 gig base, but if it is,
We'll see. We'll give him a chance.
if Apple is really the budget, or not budget. I did not say budget. Price conscious big player in the US in 2026, we've lost the plot.
Hey, watch SE, 17E,
Neo,
iPad.
even just base 17 was great.
Base 17, yeah, true. Hey.
Andrew, Apple shill over here. That's crazy.
Well, you know what's the opposite of changing a lot every time? You know what's super consistent?
The thing we do every single time.
Trivia.
It's consistent that we always get it wrong.
Yes. Of course.
We got to do an extravaganza soon, by the way.
Soon. We had a conversation about extravaganza yesterday.
It's exciting.
But we probably won't see an extravaganza till June. That's when I think it makes the most sense. So you'll have many more weeks to stock up on points.
That's what Straight Up Manifesto told me, and then it didn't happen until a year later.
I'm gonna start studying.
There will be another trivia extravaganza in 2026.
It will return in Avengers.
Yeah. But we are reaching the point where it's getting really hard to come up with extravaganza questions because we've done a few too many of them.
No.
But guys,
Yes.
we just talked about yet another Pixel leak. Seems like Pixels leak more than
My faucet.
I was going to say I don't know anything that's notorious for leaking other than Pixels, frankly.
Claude Code.
Sitting right in front of me. But there was an iPhone that didn't just leaked so badly that Gizmodo was able to do a full teardown because they found it left at a bar.
Yeah, we know this.
Which iPhone was it?
Simple.
I remember this.
Simple questions deserve simple points.
There
Okay.
were so many
If you
other
get this-
stories that spiraled out of this story.
Yeah.
This is like an all-time
Steve Jobs
tech
called
story.
this man.
Like we're never gonna get another leak story like
I don't
this
think
one.
so. I think this is the penultimate.
Yeah. This is what everyone who does leaks now dreams of.
The engineer that leaked that phone, he vanished in sort of just like a in
Yeah.
Also, I don't even know if leakers dream of it because didn't they sue the hell out of the guy who took it from the bar?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely sued him.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was stolen property.
Yeah.
The police got involved. There's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Those of you who know the story already know which phone it was.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're going to
It's
find
funny,
out.
I don't know what phone it was. But I really
You'll find out by the end of this episode,
ones
maybe.
who know.
Enters at the end like usual. We'll be right back. Support for the show comes from Framer. So you create a website so your business can thrive, but things don't always work out as planned. Suddenly, you start to struggle making small changes or simple updates to your site, leaving customers in the dark. So if updates to your .com feel harder than they should, Framer can be the shortcut you've been waiting for. Framer is an enterprise-grade, no-code website builder used by teams at companies like Perplexity and Miro to move faster. With real-time collaboration and a robust CMS with everything you need for great SEO, not to mention advanced analytics that include integrated A/B testing, your designers and marketers are empowered to build and maximize your .com from day one. So whether you want to launch a new site, test a few landing pages, or migrate your full .com, Framer has programs for startups, scale-ups, and large enterprises to make going from idea to live site as easy and fast as possible. Learn how to get more out of your .com from a Framer specialist or get started building for free today at framer.com/wave for 30% off a Framer Pro annual plan. That's framer.com/wave for 30% off. Framer.com/wave. Rules and restrictions may apply. All right, welcome back. We've got to settle something here. Last week on the pod, I mentioned, and it may or may not have been the title, that Flighty was a top 5 app of all time. Unbelievably useful, super good. If you use it, you know. And it turned out to be kind of a hot take. There's a lot of people who like a lot of other apps. I decided it would be fun if we all, actually Andrew decided this, if we all brought our top 5 apps to the table.
It's
and
kind
see
of
if we
calling your
overlap.
bluff. I want to see if you're really going to put it in your
I
top
got-
5 apps when we make you list your top 5.
Yeah, I actually thought about it now for a while. I went through both my iPhone and my Android phone, and I really thought about this, and I've got my top 5 apps and my honorable mentions.
If it's not in the top 5, Flight is going to be really sad.
yeah,
Because they tweeted about it
The
last
walk
week.
back tweets.
really good point. I can start it off if you want.
Yeah, I asked everyone to do this,
Yeah.
so that's what we're gonna do.
all one.
We're all gonna do our top 5.
So-
there's
Yeah.
one question I had about this because you specified mobile apps, not desktop apps.
Right.
Does that include tablet apps? Because
Sure.
that alters
Sure.
my list.
Does-
Is it free
my
form?
question on desktop apps is that not just software?
it is.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like
software.
But
I
there's
guess
so many
yeah.
like web
When
apps.
I hear app,
and
I
then-
think just
Top 5 progressive web apps of all time.
I also think there's not that many good apps.
the spirit of it in my eyes
hot
was
take.
mobile.
really good.
Okay,
apps.
then I'm gonna do
Was
only.
like
I'm gonna do
phone.
only phone. So no staff
I think
ad, no
phone.
Procreate.
Yeah, I was
Okay, yeah. Let's go just mobile phone.
Okay, top 5 mobile phone apps. I have my top 5. I'm going to give my honorable mentions first that just barely missed my top 5. Copilot, finance app. There's a lot of apps like it. Not Microsoft Copilot.
Damn it.
There's a lot of apps like it, but it's the best one.
What is it?
It helps you log into your accounts, your bank accounts, so you can see all of your transactions and sort through things, budget through things, keep an eye on it. There's lots of apps like it, but this is one of the best ones. In my opinion, it's the best
subscription.
I think there's a subscription tier. I don't want to commit. Let me see.
There is a subscription tier. I pay for it. It's
Is it worth it?
It's $9. It was worth it.
$9.
Mine broke recently, and I've been going back and forth with their support for about 3 months trying to get it fixed. And they just sort of were like, "Yeah, it doesn't work." And I was just sort of like,
"Neither does my credit card."
It's not my credit card. It stopped syncing with my Venmo. And so my Venmo transactions don't show up in my Copilot anymore, which is like not like I can still keep track of my finances, but it's really annoying that it worked for years, stopped working, and they're just sort of like, no, it's a back end issue. We just can't fix it.
That's one of those things where like if the whole point of the app is to do everything and then it loses one of them,
I will say
severely strikes.
I'm still a big fan of Copilot. It's just it
not the Microsoft one.
For me.
In finance, there is a lot of extra work in the back end sync stuff. I happen to know like people who work for these companies, and it is a lot of work. So yes, stuff does periodically break with it, but it is super useful to me.
Okay.
So it's in my honorable mentions.
All right.
Athletic also makes my honorable mentions.
What's that?
It essentially takes all of the data my Apple Watch is collecting and formats them and displays them in different ways. Kind of like Whoop. Like it shows me a lot of the same scores and like calculates like how much exertion I can do today, when I should work out, all these other things, how much sleep is factoring in. Really useful for anyone who's an athlete and wants to keep track of a whole bunch of stuff.
It's $2 a month versus $239 a month.
Yeah, there's going to be a theme. A lot of these are subscriptions.
I'm going to yell about Whoop after the
Is it
break.
$239 a month?
No.
Sorry, a year.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
That's still wait.
I'll talk. Trust me, I'm going to yell about it at the end of this episode. I have a whole Whoop section.
Okay.
Yeah, so Athletic's good. It's also iPhone only, like Copilot. Blip. I discovered this year.
Already?
It's in my honorable mentions. We've been airdropping things to each other in the studio for so long, and it's kind of a running joke of how maybe it's just the environment we're in. Like there's like 20 airdrop devices within range of any one of these. So you open airdrop and suddenly things start popping up and you try to click one and it moves and you actually get the one you want and then it doesn't work or it declines even though they never saw the notification. Airdrop is just, it's supposed to be great, but it's kind of fidgety in the studio, and Blip is just, it's money every single time. File transfer app, super useful. So Blip's honorable mention.
Incredible.
Geekbench. I use it enough, and it's been good for long enough. I'm on Geekbench 6. I paid for Geekbench Pro. I regularly use Geekbench in videos. You guys are familiar with this already. Geekbench, honorable mention. YouTube.
Where? YouTube? Wait.
My last honorable mention is
this is
YouTube.
last honorable
Oh,
mention.
honorable mention. Wait, so you're going to do like 10 apps?
Yeah.
My
Just
God.
these are just ones that are close, and I thought they have like slight downsides, didn't make it, but YouTube is obviously great. My top 5 in no particular order.
What? No, it literally has to be in an order.
It's not in order.
This has to be in order.
I can't put these in order.
Yes, you can.
Does that mean
Do
you
it
have
right?
to start at 5 and go up to 1?
I can try, but
think
I
that's
might
the
regret.
fun way
I
of
might
doing
regret
it.
my top 5.
hard.
All right, number 5.
Don't edit that.
Okay, number 5. Relay for Reddit.
Dude, fuck.
It's an Android app.
Yeah.
It's
That's
the
in my
best
list, too.
Android Reddit app by a mile.
It's so good.
It's awesome. It has a paid tier. It's worth it. If you use Reddit, if you sort through things, it's super useful. It's a no question top 5 Android app ever, and it's in my top 5. Waze. Waze is kind of not the prettiest app.
It's not.
But it is one of the most functional. It's crowdsourced. It has all of your potholes and all of your closed roads and all of your routing and everything.
Traps.
Most of the reason people want CarPlay is so they can put Waze instead of Google Maps on their car screen. Waze is goated.
Wait. I almost put
Wait,
Google Maps in. Google Maps has everything from Waze now. It's like
Almost.
all officially in it.
Almost.
What doesn't it have?
A lot of the smaller, like granular, like what it's alerting you about things, like Google will say things like, I don't think it does potholes.
There's like object and road. And
It does object on road. It
I'm
does.
not 100% sure about potholes, but I would assume it comes in.
I've never been in Google Maps. To be fair, I haven't used Maps as much lately, but fog, bad weather, flooding on the road,
There's
closed
visibility, closed roads. Do you know what the one I don't notice, which I'm fine with, is the like vehicle stopped on side
On
of road,
shoulder.
which on Waze is every 3 miles, it
Yeah.
feels like. And
It does
so
get annoying, and I
Yeah.
wish I could be even more granular with like what it notifies me about. But I still think Waze is goated.
Dude, if the vehicle's stopped on your shoulder, you probably got to go to the hospital.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, quick
it's a
question
lot.
about these because I
Yes.
was debating using Google Maps in my top 5 as well, but that's almost like a utility to me at this point.
Yeah.
Does that count?
If the app is good enough, I think you should count
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like YouTube.
Yeah.
Number 3, Flighty. Flighty, we talked about it last week. If you fly enough, Flighty is unquestioned. It's like it's almost a utility.
Even if you don't
so
fly
good.
enough, like I just like looking back at
It is
my
fun.
passport and looking at the different places and trips and stuff.
Yeah, the rewind, the whole thing.
I need someone to convince me that it's worth it.
Flighty?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Next time you fly,
I tried.
like get on a trial. You could probably get like a trial
I
version of
used
it.
the trial, and I was like,
Did it not
what's
blow
the
your
value
mind?
of this? But I don't understand. I mean, it's a great
It's great.
looking app.
You're going to be on a flight that gets delayed, and you know from Flighty 45 minutes before everyone's sitting at the gate knows, and you get to rebook your flight before everyone else does. And you're going to go, wow, I'm glad I had Flighty.
Are you speaking from experience?
Yes. Literally. That's happened to me.
All right.
All right, 2 more. Number 2, Tick. My tasks
Saw
app.
that one coming.
You know, there's a lot of task apps like this. There's a lot of planning apps. There's a lot of calendar apps. This is just the one I keep coming back to, and I do constantly try to switch to other ones. Superlist almost made my my honorable mentions, but Tick is just that goat. It's just that goat. So I'm putting that in my top 5. Number 1, Carrot Weather.
Number 1.
I'm not locking in the order of my top 5. But
it's
Carrot
locked.
Weather is by such a margin my most often used weather app that it's not even really close.
Yeah.
It has essentially stolen the layout from Dark Sky, which no one else has really cloned. I don't know if it's like not allowed to clone it or if they're just the only ones bold enough to do it, but they've 1-to-1 cloned the layout from Dark Sky, which is incredibly intuitive. The data's super accurate. The radar is really good. A lot of these apps are really good, and then the radar sucks. It has good radar, good multiple sources. It's just a default app on my phone. It's also, unfortunately, iPhone only, but that's my top 5. It's a bunch of iPhone apps and 1 Android app. Top 5 apps of all time. Tear my list apart. Anybody have any objections? All
No
right.
YouTube, no YouTube Studio.
YouTube is honorable mention.
YouTube honorable
Oh, it
mention.
was honorable mention.
YouTube Studio's pretty good. It's not. It kind of does feel like utility to me, but yeah,
Yeah,
it is. It's
it's like
good.
it's
But it's
good.
not like amazing. I don't know. It's fine. It does what I want it to. I actually don't like editing descriptions and metadata in the Studio app because I've had to truncate my input before. So I'll have a long description and then I'll edit it from the app and I'll hit submit and then I'll view it on the desktop and it cuts off like after however many characters it was.
Oh.
So I've had issues with the app before.
Yeah. There's also some things you can only do in the YouTube Studio app on your phone. Like you can only add thumbnails to shorts in the YouTube Studio app, right?
No, I can only do that in the YouTube app.
The YouTube app.
The YouTube Studio app, I can't change the thumbnail, but when I go into the YouTube app and go into my videos and then go to edit, that's where I can change the thumbnail of the short. Isn't that weird?
You'd think
It's not
they'd
right
have
for Google.
Oh, I guess they do. I swear it sometimes feels like YouTube doesn't have that many actual creators on their platform because the amount of things that are just broken for.
Yeah, well, they have different teams for YouTube Studio and YouTube.
Where's the
app.
chapters?
Probably
team?
different buildings.
Yeah, probably different buildings. Chapters.
I
Yeah.
know you're out. I know there's creators out there. We know one of them very well, but like,
Yeah. If they add chapters, I'd add this to my.
if you
Rushmore.
justice for chapters UI,
Yeah, actually, just add a UI for chapters, please.
Yeah.
Like a real one.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you do that? Yeah. I found out recently that it really, really helps to add chapters because then Google search can index the chapters so that when someone asks a question on Google search, it'll bring you to the exact spot because it knows what the chapter was about.
Huge.
It's helpful. And yet you still have to just put timestamps in the description and then it breaks 85% of the time.
Talk about breaks a lot.
We do it every week.
Every week on this podcast.
Week. And what is the number one tweet getting sent at us? Chapters? Why are there no chapters?
our comment section backs us up now. At least usually now it's like, this is great. Chapter's working as of time.
If you see somebody and they're complaining about us not having chapters, please tell them what's going on. Please inform them, educate them.
So it is. That's my list.
Okay. I have 2 honorable mentions. Number 1 of the honorable mentions, Google Opinion Rewards.
Oh,
Okay.
Damn, that's a good one.
Deep cut.
All time.
This is a
that
deep cut.
was really awesome.
if you don't know what Google Opinion Rewards is, it's been around since like 2010. It's freaking amazing. It came out very soon after Android came out. It will periodically, based on your search data, based on other things, location data, whatever, send you a little survey. And it's usually sometimes it can be up to like 12 questions. Weirdly enough, it pays you money, which is cool. Weirdly enough, it pays you based on the amount of questions you answered. So if you just lie to it, it'll keep giving you more questions.
Don't do that.
I don't do that. But the only app that I have a subscription for on my phone that isn't part of like a family bundle or something is the Pokemon trading card game app. And Google Opinion Rewards pays for my subscription for that, which is pretty awesome.
That's the only app you have a subscription for.
That isn't part of like a family plan. So like I have a Google family plan.
Like YouTube.
That has YouTube Premium in it.
Spotify?
I don't have Spotify. I have YouTube Music, which is part of the
I see.
family plan. And then I have the Apple One family plan, which also comes with Apple Music, that kind of stuff. But we talked about this in the car and at South by or something. I only have like one subscription that isn't part of other stuff. Yeah. I'm terrified of subscriptions. Anyway. Honorable mention, if you're not using Google Opinion Rewards, you should be using it because it gives you at least one like every couple of days. Sometimes it gives you like 5. Yeah. Most people forgot it was still around. Other thing, if you have multiple phones, you can set it up on the same account with multiple phones and it'll serve you like multiple. It's crazy. I mean, I don't do that.
You're essentially
scamming.
Bitcoin farming.
No, I don't do that. But anyway, it's great. Okay. Honorable mention number 2, Telegram. I know. Okay, the stickers and the emoji are all animated. It's so awesome. It's so amazing. Telegram is cross-platform. It's got a desktop app.
Yeah, you can get your porn
app.
bots anywhere.
It's amazing. Well, I pay. We
didn't even make it one app further.
No, I realized I do have another subscription. It's Telegram Premium.
Wow.
Because it's like $20 a year, but it completely removes the porn bots.
It makes it usable, basically.
Yeah, it makes it usable because there is a feature in Telegram Premium where you can charge people to message you if they're not in your contacts already.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like you can spam me, but you gotta pay.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool. No one has ever paid. Okay, now we're on to the actual apps, and this might be a top 5, like in order of best.
You made me pick a 5.
I didn't. Andrew did. Okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
Agreed.
Okay, number 5, Libby.
I had that on mine too.
You can use it.
No, I took it off. It's fine.
Libby is great. It is a library app. It's so good. In New York City, it's amazing because we have 3 public libraries, and you can get a library card for all 3 of them. And Libby will let you rent ebooks. It will let you rent audiobooks. It just has so many resources. I think you might get like a free New York Times subscription if you're part of the Brooklyn Public Library or something. It's pretty awesome. So it's a great app, and I can't believe it's free. Very cool. Number 4, Relay for Reddit. Also, I used Relay for so long, and eventually they did go subscription because of the Reddit apocalypse.
Yep.
My honorable mention for Reddit would be obviously Christian Selig's app, Apollo. Rest in pieces. Number 3, Nova Launcher.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, that is an app.
Yeah. I think
So RIP.
I was looking at, because I was just trying to rack my brain this morning for like what are the most popular apps. You know, Nova Launcher is one of the most downloaded apps of all time with over 5 million downloads.
I could see that because of all time, there was such a long period of like the last 15 years where everyone who didn't have a Google phone but wanted a better launcher, like all the TouchWiz phones, that's the first thing I installed on all those phones.
Yeah, totally.
And a lot of people did the same thing.
Totally. So good. Number 2, Viewfinder Preview. This is an app that I use to frame my film photos for when my cameras don't have viewfinders, like my 3D printed cameras. It's really, really good. You can do various different aspect ratios. You can test things. You can take sample pictures with it. It's super basic, but I use it literally every week, and I've been using it every week for like 6 years. So I think it's worth being in my top 5. Number 1 for me, Pocket Casts. I think Pocket Cast is probably the greatest app ever made.
Wow.
It's really, really old.
Multi-platform.
It's multi-platform. It has a web app. It has been passed around. It used to be owned by NPR for a while. Now it's owned by what are they called? The people that make WordPress. Automatic. But it is a really insanely good UI.
You don't pay for Plus.
So the thing about it, and no, I don't.
Okay.
I bought it for $7 in 2012 or whenever, because they had a one-time, because subscriptions were not very popular back then. Mm-hmm. So I bought it for $7, and then when they switched to subscription, anyone who had bought it for $7 got the pro version for free for life.
Nice.
So I'm grandfathered in. So I actually don't know what the free version of Pocket Cast is like. So I'm sorry if it sucks. But I just think it's
pretty good. You just can't do like folders and stuff.
Insanely good podcast app. Why would you need that?
That's the best. That's a good app though, is when like the subscription thing is really for a power user, but the free version gives you like 90% of what it is already.
Totally.
That's a good app.
So not as exciting as Marquez's weather apps, but
agreed.
Yeah. What do you got, Andrew?
All right, let's go. Number 5. No honorable mentions here. If it is not in this list, it's a dog water app.
Wow.
Number 5, Taco Bell.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
Wait.
I don't actually use it
The
that
app's
much.
that good?
The app is actually pretty solid.
You're not jaded
It's
by
not
the
that bad.
restaurant.
I'm totally jaded by the restaurant, but
Why are you jaded by the restaurant?
or I'm shilling for the restaurant. I don't know. Like I like this app because of the restaurant.
Of course.
But Taco Bell has the most times that I want to add things onto like different items, and I am way too embarrassed to say that in the drive-thru. Therefore, this is the app that I use out of all of them. I'm a plus potatoes, plus jalapenos, plus this, minus that, whatever. I ain't saying all that in the drive-thru because there's no way it gets it right. App.
Dude, it's the only fast food app that works 100% of the time. There's no upsell, pop out. Like all other fast food restaurants, their apps are like so brutally just unusable. And I mean, I say unusable from like the I'm spoiled, like it just things are kind of slow and choppy, but still it's like,
Or they send you like 8,000 push notifications every single day.
They all do. I'm sure Taco Bell's does. It sends you notifications.
I disable notifications on every single app that I own.
like,
Yeah, I did that too.
the
basically.
McDonald's app, dude, like a fifth of the time, it'll just only show you the breakfast menu and it's not breakfast time. So you just can't order it. And it's like, this should be the easiest thing to figure out as an
awesome.
app. What time is it? Not breakfast.
Why does
Anyway.
McDonald's only do breakfast between certain times?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Andrew.
all day
you
breakfast?
really struck a chord here.
No. Well, Taco Bell's has got to be easy because there's only essentially 7 ingredients on the entire menu, and
It's just
a different version of that.
Did we talk about the Popeyes thing on the podcast? Probably.
No, we don't want people to know about those.
All right, never mind.
I have no idea what they're talking about, but that's okay. Number 4, I don't use, but I'm gonna hype it up anyways.
Interesting.
Old school RuneScape app. This is a game that has been around for so long. That is the most simple web browser game from like 2007. They relaunched it years ago. They're still updating this game. It has a huge user base, and because it's so simple, it makes sense on an iPad or a phone. The other thing about it is the most grind-intensive, time-consuming, AFK-able like game possible.
Yeah.
That being able to go on your computer and do different like boss battles or quests or stuff that are more intensive, and then just woodcut to 99 on your phone without paying attention is perfect. Now you don't have
It's like
to sit on
having
your
an
computer.
extra job.
It basically is, but this lets RuneScape people go outside because now you can still grind XP and touch grass.
grass.
Yeah,
Very
perfect.
important. Very important.
Although I was also looking, this has like 5 million plus downloads on the Play Store.
Oh.
Great rating, except apparently like within the last month the login's completely broken on Android. So Jagex, if you're listening, fix that for the homies out there. I still don't even play the game. I just watch a lot of content about it, but
Nice.
the app seems awesome. Number 3, Blip. Blip has changed everything we've done here. The amount of times I've had to pull stuff off of phones to then send to Marquez's Mac Pro to be like in a video or something. Blip has helped that so much.
Everyone's so hype on Blip, but nobody's ever blipped me anything. So
Yeah.
why is this better
Well-
than AirDrop again? Can you explain?
Cross-platform.
Cross-platform.
Yeah, but there's all-
faster.
Different
Works every time.
You can blip someone something from across the country.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's not Wi-Fi dependent. It's just
Oh.
you just send it.
It's free?
It checks to see if you're on the same network as someone, and if you are, it just does like local, but if you're not, it goes P2P over the internet. So it's just dependent on your actual connections. Like you don't it's not like, oh, Dropbox has a really slow server. So no, it's just 50 to 60 megabytes per second across the country.
Is there a file size limit?
Not that I've found.
That's crazy.
I blip myself the 10 gigabyte pod audio after every session.
No file size limit.
That's crazy.
Blip is awesome. I'm a Blip evangelist. Yeah,
Blip
I'm
evangelist.
full on Blip. If there's Blip merch, I'll buy Blip.
I'll wear it on the bottom.
No joke. Rufus really put us on that one.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Number 2, Google Tasks. Y'all changed me.
Wow.
Google Tasks
David
may
Pierce.
have like legitimately changed my life.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I will also argue that the simplicity of it has maybe helped me because I remember David Pierce, which we should bring back on again. I know he mentioned that recently on like Threads.
He wants to come back.
It sounds like he just wants to talk about productivity apps. But that
productivity
episode
apps.
did great, so
It did.
come join us, David. But like I just have to type it in every time. At this point, a third of the time, like I just do the task before it even pops up because I typed it in, which like in my brain had me remember it. It works great with that. It works great with just Android Auto being able to like remind me, do it in 1 hour when I get to work with all voice, not hands off the wheel at all. Like, yeah, it's changed my life.
You saying that is going to end up at Google I/O this year.
No one at
Quote,
I/O gives
Andrew
a damn about
Manganelli.
me.
Google
Yeah.
Tasks
changed
changed my life.
Next quote. 128 gigabytes. I will ruin you. And then my number 1 is the most niche one possible, but as a disc golf player, UDisc is exactly what I was talking about before. Of the free version of this app gives you 90% of the things to either find a disc golf course, record your score, do pretty much anything disc golf related. It is a super cheap sport. Anyone can do. If you want to find a course near you, it's on there. My favorite thing about it is every year they release this giant post about how many people are playing in how many different countries. And it's essentially just so people can use that data to give to their local townships to build more disc golf courses. And if at any point you want to request the data, you can just reach out to them and do it to try and build more community building things. So the people who run that app are great. The app itself is great. There's a $30 a year subscription if you want some like really premium things, like getting it on my Garmin watch. Other than that, it's free. Great app.
Cool.
Nice.
Very nice.
Play disc golf.
I'll go next. So, first 2 honorable mentions.
Okay.
Specifically because I'm on Android now, so they're iOS only. One of them being Flighty, like Marques mentioned. I miss
All right,
it.
I'll
It's awesome.
download it. All right, I'll download it.
Flighty's great. There's a cross-platform one by Air that's also really good, but it doesn't have the new airport intelligence feature that Flighty just dropped.
That's fire.
Yeah, so Flighty's goated. The other one is Gentler Streak, which was the fitness app that I was using on Apple with my Apple Watch Ultra. It was awesome. Miss it, but now I'm on Android, so it is what it is. But number 5 for me is KWGT, which is like a widget app on Android. It's been around for a minute.
That's a good one.
And that thing, I've customized so many home screens. It lets you do basically anything.
Wait, what is
It's
it called?
So powerful. KWGT.
What does it stand for?
Great question. No idea.
It's
K widget.
Something,
custom
something.
widget maker.
But with a K, custom.
Yeah, with a K.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's awesome. Whenever you get back on Android, David, Mr. iPhone only over there, download it. It's really cool. It's a little confusing. There's like a little learning curve, but there's such a good community behind it where you could just like import widgets that other people made, and it's awesome.
That's most of what I did. Like, there's some incredibly complex widgets where I'd import it and I'd be like, what if I just tweak this other?
Yeah.
And I break it. I'm like, you know what?
I'm just gonna
It
leave
was
it
fine.
as is.
It was
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Number 4 is Duolingo, just because even though I still suck at speaking other languages, it changed everything. Like gamifying apps started, I think, because of Duolingo. The widget is awesome. What happened, Andrew? You look like you're about to say
I
something.
thought you said dual, like DUAL lingo, or no, DEUL lingo. And I was like, do they have like a battle royale version
Sorry,
of
I
this?
just can't speak English.
'Cause, like-
See? It's funny speaking about language apps. And
No, but if you're gamifying languages, they should make a foreign language battle royale game where
Duolingo.
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 Wait.
It's time to duel. You just have to like curse at other people.
I
in
know
other
that
languages.
Green Owl's listening. Send it.
Yeah, their whole team is killing it with the marketing. So, number 3 is an app that I just found, and it's already in like my top all time. It's called Stellarium. it's having like a moment on TikTok basically. But it is those old apps that uses like the accelerometer on the phone and stuff to like see the stars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It lets you zoom in, and I immediately paid for the pro version because you get high res images of planets and stars and stuff. So as you look around, you can zoom in on planets and see actual like images. It's super dope.
Did you download this like 2 weeks ago when we were talking
Yes.
about it at Getting Water?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I downloaded it like 2 weeks ago because I was seeing someone it was going viral like on TikTok or something. And someone was like zooming into a picture and I was like, what the hell? And then I checked the comments and they were like, yeah, this isn't a telescope. This is an app. And I immediately downloaded it.
I just Googled it, and their web app is unbelievable.
Oh, I didn't even know they had a web app.
A web app? Do I lift my computer up into the sky?
No, he just has a mouse. But I found a Starlink.
That would be crazy.
That's wild. Okay, that's good.
My number 2 app is an app called Storygraph, which is basically Goodreads from Amazon, but by an independent maker.
Yeah.
Super awesome app. They have a lot of good features that Goodreads doesn't have because Goodreads got purchased by Amazon and Amazon forgot it existed and just hasn't done anything with it for a decade. So
Classic.
Goodreads, I think, is the one that everyone uses just because of like the social graph effect and everything. But highly recommend getting on Storygraph. Jess, my fiance, has found so many great books because like their recommendation algorithm is just amazing. And my number 1 app is Obsidian because I'm a big note taker guy, and Obsidian is super complex and super. Like you can do a lot with it. It is like a local first only note-taking app for desktop and Android and iOS and all this stuff. But I'm surprised at how much I get on my phone for things that I thought would like not look right or like not format correctly or something like that. Because I used to be an Apple Notes or Samsung Notes guy, but obviously they're locked into an ecosystem. I'm trying to like pick apps that go between everything. And I use I think it's called Forever Notes, which is like an Apple Notes taking system that lets you link between notes to make Apple Notes way more powerful. It's a whole thing. But I replicated that in Obsidian. So now basically everything that I need in my life is in Obsidian. So I use Obsidian all the time. And I'm always surprised at how much I'm actually able to do on it, especially in Dex mode.
You know?
And now, the moments you've all been waiting for. Top apps from Mr. Ellis Robin.
All right, so guys, as you know, for a long time, iPhone 12 mini, I couldn't install apps on it. December 2025, I get a new phone. So I've been using apps now for 3 months.
This is huge. Okay.
Huge.
I have a few honorable mentions because I have very fond memories of apps I used in my childhood on the iPod Touch. Just because I feel like that was like a really golden era of like weird dinky apps. Like
The beer app.
when we were backstage. So the beer app, because I was going to bring up being backstage at South by Southwest. I installed the beer app on the office iPad and chugged giant beers in front of all you guys, and you laughed. Another honorable mention for me that I don't think is still in the App Store, and if it is, it's like a shell of its former self. Do you guys remember Urban Spoon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I loved Urban Spoon.
oh, no, that was just
Google
a
Maps.
restaurant I went to once.
Or no, Urban Spoon was a restaurant slot machine where you entered in how much money you wanted to spend, and it would go,
What?
and then it would give you a restaurant near you, and you'd be like, "That's where
Oh.
I eat, I guess."
My nightmare.
That reminds me, do you know the app Too Good To Go?
Yeah,
Yeah, Too Good To Go is kind of like that too. It just tells you the restaurants that are closing, and they'll just be getting rid of stuff, and you can get like really big meals for $7, or you can get miso soup for $7.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're gonna give you. It's very random.
Okay, but Ellis's top 5. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yep.
Number 5.
Blip.
No, I did not include Blip on here, even though it's just phenomenal. But number 5, Discogs. It's number 5 because please integrate the blog posts with the app. I hate that when I click on a blog post, it opens my browser.
Wait, what is it?
Discogs is like Goodreads / Letterboxd, but for music.
Yeah.
So like you can keep track. But it's a few other things. Like so you can like log your record collection, and then also there's like an eBay style buying and selling platform built into it. So like you can see someone's collection and then they can list something as like, you know, I'm okay getting rid of this, and then you message them like I'll buy this or I'll trade this, and then you can do it all in the app. It's very cool. And then there's also like an actual like publication side where they have anyone can upload a blog post, and then they have like staff writers that write about music.
Okay.
Articles are very good. They're very fun to read. They're very interesting.
I just remember one time you came up to me. This is the only time I've ever heard of it. You're like, I'm so amped right now. It's like, why? And you're like, I uploaded an album, and it was the first one ever uploaded on
Yeah, that was a
Discog.
big day for me. When I bought an album that was so rare, no one had logged it on Discogs before, so I got to scan everything and like upload the track listing and spend like an hour of my day being the guy. All right, number 4. This is another app that I don't know if it's still in the App Store, and if it is, you absolutely should not buy it because it is the biggest privacy boo-boo of all time. It's called Fog of World, and it was this early iOS app that would just destroy your phone's battery by leaving location on all the time. This is so early in iOS that location was not like on all the time, and essentially it was like a big map, and it would just like that would be blank, like or like white it out, and then as you would go around,
like an RTS.
yeah, it would, and then so you could see every single place you've ever been. And if you travel a lot, like I, for some reason, was doing as a teenager, you could like, you would zoom out to see the whole world, and you'd see all these stripes. Because if you were like me and you said, I don't care about your rules, you would leave your phone off of not on airplane mode on flights, and you get these big stripes across the country. And then there was achievements for like all the states and countries you visited, and like it would keep track of the total like square mileage that you've covered and like percent of the world that you've seen.
This is a goated idea, but the app cannot be top 5 if you're just leaving your location.
Goated aspirationally, in practice, like nightmare, utter nightmare.
How would this work on your iPhone 12 mini?
Don't get this app. Don't get this app unless you want the Chinese government to know every single thing about you. Okay, number 3. Number 3, Seesaw. Number 3 is Seesaw. Seesaw is like it's for galleries in New York City. I don't know. You can see all the art that's on display in New York. That's it.
What is it called?
Seesaw. Like you see it, and then after you see it, you saw it.
Got it. Like Reddit. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it on Reddit.
I'm quite fond.
Like you check off things you've seen.
No, it doesn't do that much. It shows you galleries in a map, and it shows you galleries in a list.
I like the logo.
And that's all it needs to do. I like apps that do one thing and do it really well. Number 2, I have to reopen my list because I can't remember. Oh, number 2, the Moment Pro camera.
Yeah.
Which I am legally required to disclose. They gave me for free. I didn't pay for it.
That's true.
So I don't know if I'd feel differently about it if I did pay for it. But this was not something that I just happened to stumble upon. This was Moment saying, Ellis, here's a code. Wow. You have the app for free. I didn't like the Moment Pro camera. In fact, when I first downloaded it, I said, ew, stinky.
To be clear, this is our second.
This is Moment Pro Camera 2.
Yeah,
yes.
this is much better.
But then they launched an update where you could save profiles, which is like saves literally every single setting in the thing. David, I'm airdropping you a photo I took.
Why you're not blipping it?
Is this
because I can't find you on Blip.
I can tell you.
Is this one-time payment?
I'm saying nobody-
or
It's a one-time payment.
$10 one-time payment. Listen, if you do the Google Rewards thing, what's it called again? Opinion. You could pay for this.
Just
in
load
a
up
few
20
surveys.
phones.
Let me tell you the reason I like Moment Pro Camera. Wait, before you describe the photograph.
Is this straight out camera?
Yeah. I love Moment Pro Camera because I think the iPhone camera, the iPhone 17 Pro camera, forced to be between 640 and 800 ISO is one of the most pleasing things in the world. It like flattens everything.
Yeah.
There's very little dynamic range. There's a nice amount of grain.
Almost gives it like a halftone effect.
Yes. So David, is the picture I sent you dope as hell?
Yeah.
And the number 1 app in the App Store, the one app I think every single person on planet Earth should download onto their phone yesterday. Ready? Universally applicable to all human beings.
I hope it's Taco Bell.
It's going to be iMessage or something.
The Brooklyn Public Library app.
BPL, baby.
Dude, it just works. It just works. Nothing takes any time at all. If you live in Timbuktu, get a Brooklyn Library card.
Wait, really?
Can you do that?
Can you get
don't
a
know.
library card online or something?
No, you
it?
gotta go to
Yeah,
the
right. That's the. My
So-
lazy part of Libby is I haven't gone to the library to actually get the
Well,
card.
I at least with the Brooklyn Public Library, you need to go to the library. But other libraries, anyway, this is all to say, dude, the other day I was like, oh my God, I think I need to give my library book back. And I opened the app, and within 10 seconds, I saw I have 3 more days. I hit the renew button. In 0 seconds after hitting the renew, I had 30 more days. Why are all apps not as good as the thing that costs 0 money, the library? I just don't. Anyway, Brooklyn Public Library, back end and front end app team, boy, you're just crushing
Why
it.
do they call it BKLYN? It's like not
catchy.
It's not saving that many letters.
It's like WF.
Saving a
Why
lot of
say
letters.
more?
WVFRM.
When say less, do just
It's literally saving 5.
Yeah, it's not that many.
That's a lot. It's more than half.
for an app icon. That's actually
They should have called
a
it-
lot of real estate,
They should call it Brooklyn Public Library.
or just Bookland.
Yeah, just Brooklyn.
Yeah,
But how would you know it's a public? What if it was a private library?
because it says book. Oh, because you can download.
You
it.
could call it Brooklyn Public Library,
Brooklyn.
or just put the R in parentheses.
Anyway, that's Ellis's. As someone who is brand new to the world of apps,
Nice.
also let me know what LUTs I should be getting for Moment Pro Cam, because I'm starting to play around with LUTs.
Nice.
I guess then, without any further ado,
Everyone's #1 app trivia.
trivia.
Oh yes.
It took longer
It's
for that
time.
music to go in than Brooklyn Public Library app did.
BKLYN.
Biggest news of the week for humanity is we are sending people to the moon today.
That's
No,
true.
we're not.
We're sending them around.
Around the moon.
There you
They're
go.
going around the moon. They will be
I
the
take issue with-
furthest that humans have ever been away from Earth. Isn't that crazy?
I'm scared.
Marquez, you could still say you went to Niagara Falls if you didn't jump in the water, okay? Like,
But that's different because
Yeah,
people have
okay.
actually been on the moon.
Did Katy Perry go to space?
Oh,
Yeah.
good question.
The definition is
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait till Artemis 4 for people on the moon.
Anyway,
I don't
we're
know.
sending people around the moon.
Sending people around the moon. They're
Yeah.
gonna slingshot around Earth, go back to the moon, slingshot around the moon, come back home. It's gonna be awesome. You listening to this already know how the launch went. Today is April 1st. At the time of recording, we are waiting for the.
Wait, when does it? It launches today.
It launches today, later today.
at
Yeah.
7
Aren't
p.m.
we supposed to get a Tesla Roadster announcement today?
how much astrophage do they use to get to the moon?
2 billion pounds. Okay, but the question is
Of Kit Kats? Sorry, continue.
Artemis 2 mission. That's what it is. It's the Artemis 2 mission. Okay. But did you know that in Greek mythology, Artemis has a twin brother named what?
I don't know Greek
Sister
mythology
Miss.
very well.
Oh, wait, I think I know this.
Socrates.
You should know this.
So this is a Greek mythology question.
I'm wrong.
It is, but it isn't. That's your hint.
Oh.
Which probably has ties to some other NASA-related space program. Probably. Either way, if you know it, you already know it. If you don't, you'll find out the end just like the rest of us. We'll be right back. Support for the show comes from Hostinger. You might find it easy to come up with an idea for a cool new product, but building that into something real, something that other people can actually enjoy, that starts with making the first move. And with AI changing the landscape for entrepreneurs everywhere, Hostinger can help you make that first move in just a few minutes instead of a few weeks. Hostinger is an all-in-one platform that brings everything into one place. Your domain, website, email, AI tools, and AI agents so you can launch online without stitching together 5 different subscriptions. Start with a prompt, then add your personal touch. You can create websites, online stores, and custom apps without coding or design skills. Then use AI agents to automate tedious tasks and help grow your business. Hostinger powers over 10 million websites, and there's a reason it earned a CNET Editor's Choice Award. So turn your one day into a day one. Go to hostinger.com/waveform to bring your ideas online for under $3 a month, plus get an extra 20% off with a promo code WAVEFORM. That's less than the price of a cup of coffee per month. So that's hostinger.com/waveform, promo code WAVEFORM for an extra 20% off. Support for the show comes from Shopify. Every thriving, successful business has to start somewhere. A good place to start is the relatively simple question, what if, given the right tools, I really put my all into this? One tool that can grow your sprouting business to new heights is Shopify. Millions of businesses around the world rely on Shopify for e-commerce, from businesses just getting started or your favorite brand names. They offer a host of helpful tools you can take advantage of, from payment processing to analytics to website design. Their design studio includes hundreds of templates to help you create the exact website you've been envisioning for your business. And their email and marketing tools make it easy to get your name out there and stay connected with your customers. So if you're thinking, what if I need help? Then no worries, because you're never left to fend for yourself. Shopify's award-winning customer support is available 24/7. So it's time to turn those what ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/waveform. Go to shopify.com/waveform. That's shopify.com/waveform.
Welcome back. Okay, we got a couple of little quick stories for you guys. There was some fairly big news. It could be big news to you, or it could be just like a nothing burger news to you.
Define big.
You know, the amount of Kit Kats that were stolen on the road this week. Okay, so the news is that Apple is opening up Swift as a programming language for Android, which is fairly big, maybe. I asked a friend of the show, Christian Selig, about this, famous developer for many different apps, including Apollo for Reddit, which is no longer available. And he said, I don't think you can use it for UI yet, can you? So kinda being able to write general algorithmic stuff in the same across iOS and Android is cool, but until you can do the whole thing in Swift, I don't know if it's going to bring over many iOS developers. For instance, especially if I just am able to blast through Kotlin with modern LLMs, this is a text, so it's kind of complicated. If just being able to blast through Kotlin with modern LLMs hasn't done it for people for whatever reason. So I guess what he's saying is like Kotlin is just so standard now, and you can use modern LLMs to code things that like Swift is not that big of a deal. So maybe it's not a big deal.
I guess if you just tell Claude, which just got leaked, but if you tell Claude to like look at this Kotlin code and make it Swift, maybe that's what he means. Like, does it work?
I guess.
I refuse to mention anything about software engineering because I don't want to get yelled at.
That's fair.
Yeah.
If you think this was a big deal, let us know.
Was it?
MKBHD.com.
I ain't reading all that. Congratulations or sorry that happened.
Yeah. It's funny because Swift used to sort of be the like, oh, we're just making our iOS apps in Swift, and like I'm sorry, we only have an iOS app because we can't port it to Android, whatever. And so now you have less of a reason not to, I suppose. But
I was like, what's their angle?
I don't quite understand, but also like I thought one of the big selling points of Swift is how easy it plugs into the Apple APIs, which give you hardware access. So like how does
that's probably why it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah, like can you port over something that is using like the Face ID API or like
you'd probably have to configure that separately.
You have to be like Claude.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, who knows? I mean, we were thinking, what was the meta one where you can code for both in it? React Native?
React Native, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people like don't like React Native, so I think Apple maybe saw an opportunity there. But like Christian said, if you can just vibe code through Kotlin, then it's whatever. So just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, I think this would have been cooler like 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Like now I feel like they just had this waiting, and then now that everyone just does it with AI anyway, they're like, okay, sure, release it. Like, who cares?
Yeah. All right, Andrew.
All right, I'm about to crash out.
I'm ready.
Not really. Okay. If you know about Whoop, we've talked about it on this podcast before.
There it is.
Nice.
There it is. I like your big Whoop. Who cares? Whoever added that.
That was me.
Yeah.
Said big Whoop.
What the
What?
That was straight up me.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Look at the document history. I just typed.
Oh,
it.
you
I
typed that
it in
there?
Slack 3 days ago.
Yeah, well, I tweeted,
tweeted
it.
that 6 years ago. Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Once again.
Whoop just announced that they just got valuated at $10.1 billion, which is 3 times more than the previous valuation.
That's a lot of money.
Cool. That is a big fake number.
Big Whoop.
Listen, I've used a bunch of wearables. My stupid bed tracks my sleep. I pay attention to all sorts of different activity trackers. I've been down this rabbit hole, and the more I think about Whoop, the more I can't just not think Whoop is a marketing company and not really an activity tracker company. And I don't know. Everyone's always like, oh, my Whoop, it's so cool. It has the best statistics ever, and it's so much better than all the other ones, which just reminds me of all the people who have Mac and are like, oh, Mac is so much easier than Windows. That's why I bought it, which just feels like something they marketed really well, and now you believe that. And
Yeah, true.
there are probably some really niche people who like the Whoops. I know some people like it because they like to wear a regular watch. But the fact that this stupid little tracker, one, has a notification motor but can't notify me when I get actual notifications sounds wild. It can't tell me the time. And this if you want Whoop 5.0 is somewhere between $239 and $359 a year, depending on what features you want. And you aren't paying monthly, you have to pay yearly. So at a certain point, this just feels like the Planet Fitness
Scam.
scam pretty much.
Scam,
like
sure.
it feels like they're just doing the Planet Fitness thing where it's like you pay up front for a year and you lock into a year contract, and then they hope you basically just forget about it after you submit.
That was the blip
Did
sound.
that happen on my
I
computer?
happen to know that that's the blip sound.
The blip sound.
David blipped the computer that's recording the Waveform podcast.
Sorry.
That's happened so many times on this pod.
Just finished.
It is a nice sound, though, I gotta say.
Yeah.
A big reason they're probably at this evaluation right now is because they just became a perk on Chase Sapphire, which is like one of the most popular credit cards in the country, which means I'm sure thousands of people went, oh, I get a free Whoop membership. I'm going to sign up and then put that in a drawer 1 month later and never think about it again.
You get 1 year.
You get a year because you have to sign up for a year. So you get a year for free.
Yeah.
I mean, a ton of people on Twitter were saying this. I've seen this so many times. I think activity trackers, I don't know about you all, but the second most popular question I get about different like consumer technology after phones is an activity tracker. They're super popular now. Garmin's, Apple Watches, Whoops I get asked about all the time. Mm-hmm. And every single person that has ever asked me about it and bought one has given up with it within 2 months. I mean, that's anecdotal evidence, but I don't know. I hate these stupid things. I might be the number one Whoop hater, but
I have a hot take.
yeah.
A lot of people are like, oh, I don't need much from my activity tracker. I just need to track my steps. Your phone already does that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Why do you need to? You don't need the other stuff.
Here's my thing about Whoop, though, is if you want to, the thing I use on my Garmin the most is in the gym, I just have like the heart rate level, like levels 1 through 5. And that's what I look the most at.
Zone.
Because the zones. Yeah, thank you. Whoop, you can't see any of the stuff unless your phone is out at the gym because it's no screen. Everything you have to track on your screen. You have to put the different workouts on your
the
screen.
benefit.
I want to put my phone down in the gym.
No, but you can work out without looking at any screens. Like that's why I like.
I know, but I like looking at my heart rate zones in the middle. Like that's how I time my workouts is
Depends on the workout you're doing.
Do a lift or I used to do it when I was climbing. It's like do it heart rate up, wait for heart rate to go down. No, I'm ready for the next time. And I'm like properly rested in between.
Yes, but a lot of the thing that Whoop does differently or at least used to, because now everyone has this. But it used to be recovery. That was their thing.
Exactly.
You work out, you have the watch on the other wrist, whatever.
Body battery.
And Garmin's body battery.
Do you know what has it? Athletic for $2 a month.
Yeah, Athletic has
and
it.
it's like almost 1-to-1 replica of it. So I don't know. And first of all of these things are toys. None of these are really that important. Listen to our episode with Dr. Mike about activity trackers. I am fully in for of turning health into a game. And if that helps you be healthy, that's great. But there's so many better options than these stupid Whoop bands. They're not comfortable either. They're really annoying to have this big plastic piece.
aren't any other options.
There are some other ones I haven't gotten to try. There's another one, I forget what it's called. It's like $100 no subscription. It looks exactly like a Whoop.
They've just dominated that exact
Marketing.
space of like, well, look, there's a bunch of different, there's like the people like the rings, the Aura rings and all those. And then there's all the competitors to that, which is just like, I want a minimal thing. Then there's the small band with no screen, which they've dominated, but there's also Fitbits and there's other things that do that. And they have, the most customers and maybe the most data and maybe the most accuracy, who knows. Then you have the thing with a screen from the Garmin watch, the Apple Watch, and then people want to be able to look at their heart rate while they're working out. That's a space dominated by one player. And so there's a bunch of different versions of these. The $10 billion, I don't really care about the $10 billion, but it is interesting that like all I really use it for, and this is someone who actively trains and constantly looks at the data, is to like gamify and try to make sure I hit certain metrics or hit certain numbers. The whole thing we talked about with Dr. Mike is it might tell you didn't hit your number or you got a bad sleep score today. So you start to feel worse because you saw the number was worse. And then that's a whole cycle that you spiral into. That's not ideal. But yeah, I think Whoop is like, I don't know how else to, it's like the default for, it's either that or Fitbit. I just want a fitness tracker that can tell me at the end of the day if I did enough and if I should be feeling better the next day.
I think I agree with Andrew because I do think there's a part of like the Whoop ethos. I don't know if it was like this at the beginning, but it's definitely like this now. Just because like so many like big time CEOs and celebrities who feel like they can't be seen with a smartwatch either for like PR reasons or like they don't want to be seen as endorsing the specific company reasons, like choose Whoop as their fitness tracker. Like if you, I feel like especially at South by, I feel like whenever I saw either a picture or like some sort of famous person, they were all wearing Whoops. I think it is sort of thought of as like if you're at a certain status level, Whoop is the only option.
Really?
Their endorsements of athletes are gigantic.
Yeah, Marques, do you know like Equinox?
Yeah, I was literally just going to make that
I would associate Whoop with like the Equinox crowd, where it's like...
Is that because it's way more expensive than Fitbit? Or
I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's because it's the high price point option, and then it's just because it's associated with this level of prestige where I can't be seen with a clearly branded product. And I know at this point Whoop is a clearly branded product, but at the same time it's sort of an unbranded product in the sense that there are pretty much no identifying details. So I do think if you're the kind of person who wants to be thought of as part of the CEO high prestige crowd, Whoop is now
it's a status thing for sure.
Yeah,
it's like I care about the absolute minutia of metrics about my body, and I'm going to push it to the extreme.
And I don't think it gives any extra information than like any other thing that's
but
cheaper.
their marketing has...
It's also totally an if you know product. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I totally think it's a marketing.
I just think the yearly, it used to be worse. I guess you would get discounts, but like you used to sign up for 2 or 3 years at a time. It just feels predatory at this point. It is definitely doing the Planet Fitness model of like, hey, look, here's a time in your life right now. You want to be healthy, buy this thing. And then realize a month into it, like, I don't care if you give up because I already got a year's worth of your money out of it.
You're freaking me out because I was going to sign up for Planet Fitness today, and now you're making me feel like I maybe shouldn't. We'll talk after.
The hardest thing about Planet Fitness is canceling it.
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't want to like shun people away from fitness tracking and like
that's
trying
not what I wanna do.
There's a lot of people who are looking to take a first step in fitness who don't really know where to start, and this is a thing. Well, it's one of the many things that you can try that can give you some information that you don't know before. Like you have your phone in your pocket that can tell you your steps. I have no idea what my heart rate is until I'm wearing a wearable. There's a ton of choices. This is one of them.
Yeah.
And then it's just all positioning. Like, they're gonna have ads with celebrities. I think Oura Ring kind of does some of the same stuff. You literally have a gold ring on, which is like this unbranded thing. So there's different positioning moves. I'm not as familiar with Whoop because I don't use one and I don't know which metrics they're showing. I assume they're at least decently accurate because they're not, getting flamed for accuracy. But yeah, I have an Apple Watch and I follow maybe 5 or 6 of the metrics, and I know they're not accurate. I've done the step counting things, and I know they're not accurate.
Trends,
I've done the heart rate stuff. I know the calorie counters aren't accurate, but it's just something to have to focus on / gamify and then get in that world. And if you can get one that's not hundreds of dollars a year with a mandatory 12-month subscription, that's probably ideal.
Speaking of which, breaking news 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Fitbit is going to be launching a Whoop-like product that does not have a screen. 2 hours ago.
It is April Fool's Day.
But Steph Curry put out a video where he is wearing a band without a screen on it. And he describes it as a first of its kind product before saying that he doesn't want to spoil what it is.
It's definitely not first of its kind because we brought it up based on something else, which is fine.
Yeah.
Selfishly, I'm just hyped for this because I like wearing real watches. And that means that I can't wear an Apple Watch and Garmin watch.
This is not real?
I mean, it tells time, so it's real.
You know what?
I like wearing like actual watches.
You know what they need to make? They need to make Whoop, but it's just the band for an actual watch.
Alex saw something the other day that's essentially a puck that would go under your normal watch and have.
Specifically for Casios.
Too. Yeah.
But I want like if the band of your watch was basically a Whoop and it got the information from like below your wrist or whatever.
I think I've seen something like that.
And then you could wear it on whatever watch.
Is that the best place to get the information though?
Yeah, but I also wouldn't want to like wear my actual watch in the gym, or to sleep because I like bigger watches usually.
Fair.
I like the Whoop and now this new Fitbit thing. Like the reason I've been liking these bands is because I can wear them on the other wrist and just forget about them. And they have such crazy battery life. I don't have to think about them.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten to the point where I mostly only like looking at heart rate zones and getting my notifications on it because I just don't like my phone ever vibrating or doing anything. I'm so close to just giving up on a smartwatch, but then I have to change my phone more often.
I do it for
or look at my phone more often.
I do it for the exact same things, like or heart rate, and then like a timer. Like if I'm doing like a plank, I like to have,
okay.
But I'm right there with you. Like literally the only time I ever go back and check my recorded data is to find out how many days did I work out this week, which I could literally do with a fridge and a marker.
Or your brain.
Yeah, a lot of it is I usually frame it as it's all comparative. So like I know that the calorie counter in the Apple Watch is not accurate. But if I want to know if my workout today was actually harder than the workout I did last week, I can see if it was a higher or lower number. That's like kind of as much as I can get out of it.
My issue is the Whoop people will be like, no, everything in this is gospel. Yeah. It feels like I've seen some people online talking about Whoop being like, this is the most accurate. This is so much better than everything else with zero sources or real information based on that. Just like, I'm better than you, therefore this better. I don't know. There's probably people out there who love Whoop. There's, again, I don't want to vilify this as like if this is what helps you work out, do it. Who cares what that price is? But
Yeah.
I don't like Whoop.
Big Whoop.
Sorry. 10 billion, my butt. Stock market's fake. Look what OpenAI just got.
I think Whoop should give a $10 billion investment to OpenAI, who then can give it to NVIDIA, who then can give it to Oracle, who then can give it to Whoop. Yeah. Really cool.
I have an announcement.
What?
I am pledging $50 billion to OpenAI over the next 50 years.
Nice.
And it's buying intent, right?
Yeah, no, this is the speculative intent. It's part of an investment package called the Pinky Promise. Oh wait, no, that's actually serious.
Yeah, you can't break that.
Yeah.
That's legally binding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's also it is April 1st.
Oh, right, true.
That's my
Not when this comes out.
This is so bad.
Well, RAM prices are actually collapsing right now. And the reason is because everyone thought that OpenAI had purchased 40% of the world's RAM supply for 2026. Turns out, no. Sam Altman just signed an intent to purchase, which is not actually a legally binding thing. And then OpenAI is like, actually, we don't need the RAM. And so now RAM prices are crashing. Thank God. We can finally have our Steam Deck at a Steam box at a reasonable price. Maybe.
They'll keep the same price.
Well, they
make more money on it.
They have actually reduced the prices of RAM quite a bit. They've crashed a lot. So
Good to know.
it's pretty awesome.
Rare good news.
Very good news.
Very nice.
But you know what hasn't crashed and remains at an all-time high?
Trivia. I don't know how that.
Not my trivia points.
My points have been crashing over the last 3 months.
No, they've been steady.
They've been steady. That's the problem.
They haven't gone up at all, but that's fine.
Guys, which iPhone was left at a bar and subsequently leaked by Gizmodo?
What do you think, Andrew?
I don't want to give you guys the answers.
Why am I second guessing myself?
You sure?
You really should not second guess yourself.
Pretty sure it's.
This would be pretty embarrassing.
It would be.
Just gonna throw it out there.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I don't think anyone would be able to take you seriously if you got this wrong.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's what I like to see.
Okay.
Everyone, you
we're all
all wrote the same thing, so
We
would you
all
like to
wrote the
read the
same
answer
thing.
at the same time? 1, 2,
On through after.
3.
iPhone 4.
Wait, David wrote sour.
I wrote in cursive.
It's a 4.
It was, in fact, the iPhone 4.
But I had a moment where I was like, is it the 4S?
Nah.
But no, it was the new
Because it
design.
was huge design.
The new design.
Yeah. iPhone 4 was the one where they changed the outside, and iPhone 4S was the one where the inside sort of became
TikTok.
the modern iPhone.
On the clock.
And the party don't
I'm
stop.
going to do this score
Oracle owns
update
it.
this time. But Adam, did you already give them that point?
Oracle.
Sweet.
Oracle.
Marquez,
Yes.
caboosing it with 20 points.
Cooking.
Andrew, smack dab in the middle, Sammy Nestico tune, 21 points. David, King David, biblical King David.
Didn't he get his head chopped off or something?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Don't Google it.
That was Artemis.
Just revel in the mystery of whether he might have gotten his head chopped off or not.
Pandora's head. No.
Schrodinger's head.
Schrodinger's head.
Pandora's head.
24 points.
How am I smack dab in the middle?
Because you're in between them.
But not smack dab.
You're technically the median.
You are technically.
You're a point and a half away. I'll give you a point and a half right now, so you're smack dab
Deal.
in the middle. I'm just kidding. April Fool. All right, here's Adam for the space question.
Artemis has a twin brother named what? Go.
Fun fact, guys, the mission is called Artemis because they're going to do like the gravity assist, like they're not landing on the moon, so they're going to miss.
Are they gonna miss?
That's why they call it that.
I don't even know enough of these names to just guess on this one. No, that's the rock guy.
Dwayne the Dwayne.
I don't know it.
Flipperman Reed, what do you got?
Discovery.
I wrote Discovery.
That doesn't sound Greek to me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That is not it.
I wrote Zeus.
At least it's Greek.
I'm probably wrong. Too.
Is it?
I wrote.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
wrong.
I wrote
Hell
Gemini. Yeah.
Wrong, guys.
Twins.
The Apollo.
Damn. It was right there.
I should have had that.
It's really right
As much
there.
as I know / like about Apollo.
I'm so glad I got to watch your reaction when you got that wrong because I knew it would piss you off.
Nice.
Wow. Well, another learning experience on the pod.
Wait, Apollo twin. Can we
Oh
call?
my God, Apollo twin.
Can we call it Artemis then? Is your
Apollo's twin is Artemis.
why can't I think? Is your universal audio interface actually
it's called
Artemis?
the Apollo twin, which
is Artemis.
The Artemis. Whoa. That's wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I hate that. Well, now we know. I'm going to study up on Greek mythology for next week's trivia, just in case. But hey, leave your comments on who had the best top 5 apps list. I want to know in the comments section. Now that you made it this far, you've heard all of our top 5 apps lists. Who had the best list? Comment below.
And why was it me?
It's probably Adam. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next week in April. Peace.
Bye.
Waveform is produced by Adam Aline and Ellis Riven, a partner of Vox Media Podcast Network, and our outro music was created by Vane Sill.
Quick pickup.
Yeah.
Twin brother. There we go.
That's it. How are you?
Trivia this week. Twin brother.
How are you gonna cut that? Wait.
It's all up here.
Oh, I think I know.